Volkswagen T4 Transporter. This is a 1998 2.5 TDI diesel. And this is the brake booster right there. Little rusty, doesn't look too nice. And what I want to talk about is the vacuum that this thing operates with. If there's no vacuum, the braking power just goes away almost altogether. I used to, when I was younger, I had an accident with a, because of this. There was a leakage from here in a Mercedes, old Mercedes, and the traffic stopped and the car got totaled, but it saved my life. So what's happening is that the brake booster gets a vacuum suction here on this rigid plastic line, goes all the way down along this to the vacuum pump, which is down there. This one, the vacuum pump. And the vacuum pump is connected to this line, the rigid plastic line, to here. This was just pushed down like that. There was nothing holding it. Only the vacuum suction held it together, which is pretty bad. Very dangerous. So what's happening with this, even if this is secured and this line is not secured and not protected, it keeps on, as the diesel engine shakes naturally, it rubs on this plastic line, and this plastic line wears out, and there you're gonna get a vacuum leak. And the vacuum leak is very dangerous. You can crash your car with it, as I mentioned earlier. And also this vacuum operates a few things inside the car, on the engine and inside the car. This one goes inside the car, goes all the way up to the firewall, goes inside. And these things, the rubber vacuum hoses, there's a couple of them here too, which enters here. This one's pretty bad too, all worn out. There's no cracks yet, but it's just a matter of time, and it's gonna crack again. So what's happening is that this button thing is a check valve, where the vacuum suction comes down from there to the vacuum pump and enters the booster. So when you stop the car and there's not enough vacuum, or there's no suction, this will hold the vacuum inside the booster. Or when the engine is not revved up enough or something, this should hold it. So I haven't seen this thing break, but these small little connections can easily break if you monkey with it. So this one shouldn't be a big problem, because the check valve holds the vacuum in there, but actually there's no suction if this breaks. But if this one breaks, this is after the check valve, and there's not going to be any suction power left inside the booster if the check valve doesn't hold it. So anyways, this is briefly what's happening with the vacuum line. And one more thing, many cars, they hook this vacuum line to the intake. I guess some cars doesn't have a vacuum pump, or some cars need an extra suction from the intake. So if your vacuum pump dies, you can hook it up to the intake if you still wanna go a little bit with the car. But I don't know how safe is that, but it can help you with the braking power. So that's it. I hope this helped. Bye.